You know that thing that drives you crazy about your ex-wife? Yeah, that thing that you really can't stand? Yeah, well, in this video, we're going to talk about how to get over that, how to surpass that, and not let it affect you anymore. So stick to the very end. So in psychology, there's this term called the mirror effect. And the mirror effect means that you can only see in others a reflection of who you are internally. So, for example, if you feel like your wife never fully chooses you, or is always like kind of one foot in or 1 foot out, it could be that you're not really fully choosing yourself. So, if you're not really choosing yourself, because you're not fully choosing yourself, you're projecting that want or that need to the other person, and by doing that, by projecting that want or that need to the other person, and when that other person doesn't give it to you, then you get upset. But the truth is, nothing out there can ever make you happy or not happy, because happiness is internal. So when you start understanding, when you start getting the awareness, and this comes with journaling, meditation, and some of the things we teach in the divorce to dominance program, you'll start having this sense of awareness and saying, wait a minute, why is this bothering me? Why is this behavior bothering me about this other person? And then when you sit with that, you start to sort of unravel and untangle what's there. And by doing that, you're going to get down to your answer. You know, what is it? What is it that person's doing that's really bothering me? And once you get to that point of identifying that you don't need the other person to make you happy, you don't need the other person to validate you, you don't need the other person to tell you that you're good enough or not good enough, or whatever the case may be, or to give you closure, which is a big thing. You don't need someone else to give you closure. When you can find that in yourself, that's when you become a free man. That's when you become a sovereign man. That's when you lead with integrity. So as you go about your divorce process and you're going through it, and obviously it's very emotional process. There's a lot of things at play: finances, emotions, kids, assets. It's important that you stay grounded in who you are, and watch her watch what are the things that she does or doesn't do that really trigger you. And then, like I said, take the time to journal, take the time to write, take the time to meditate, take the time to wonder, well, what is it that it's bothering? What is it that she's doing that's bothering me deep down inside? And like I said, when you do that, you become a free man, a liberated man, a liberated man. I know for me, one of the things that really would upset me about my ex-wife would be that she was somewhat disorganized, and maybe we would leave the house and she would forget the baby bag or whatever, and this would really upset me. And the reason why they would upset me is because they come later to realize that I was so strict on myself. I was so demanding of myself in what I did in my life that I expected this from others. I expected other people to be that way. So when she would forget something, or the baby bag, or whatever the case may be, and I would really get upset, I wasn't really getting upset at her. I mean, with the level of consciousness I had at the time, I was getting upset at her. But I was actually really getting upset at myself, because it was like I was failing myself for not being prepared. And you come later to find out that there's a lot of wounding behind that when it comes with your parents. My mom wanted always me to be like perfect. So I had that sort of auto, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you're so demanding of myself. I was so demanding of myself to be right, to be perfect, because obviously I wanted to make my mom happy. We talked on this channel about the mother wound. But then when someone else would do that, it would trigger that sense, that wound of mine, that I was so demanding. But I'm not, everyone's not like me, and you got to be acceptance of everyone and what people do. So it's important that you sit with that. It's important that you sit with what it is that the other person's triggering you. Why are they triggering you? It could be that they're always running late. So then you got to ask yourself the question, like, well, why does it upset me that they're always running late? question number one, like, why am I with someone who's always running late when I don't like to be late? And then question number two, what is it about that person being late that really, really upsets you? So when you sit with that and you start to sort of answer those questions, then you, again, I just kind of go back to what I'm saying. You become liberated, you kind of become a sovereign man because you don't let anything or anyone upset you. Also, as you guys are going through the divorce process, your ex-wife will act out. She will act out. She will lash out. She might say things that aren't nice to you. But you need to remember that that is her having her process and that you don't allow that to bother you at all. So that's also important, because when she's lashing out and she's kind of coming at you, what's actually happening is that you're becoming a mirror for her. There's something in you that she needs to look at that she doesn't want to see. So the mirror becomes inverted. It becomes an inverted mirror. But all this to say that as a man, one needs to be grounded. One needs to be here in the now. And that's going to give you the ability to lead your family, your children, your businesses, whatever it is you're doing post-divorce, with a certain level of integrity. And not only when it comes to your wife, but also in business relationships or whatever the case may be. When you talk to people and they trigger something in you, ask yourself the question: what is it in me that I need to change? What is it in me that it's bothering me, that this person is just showing me? This person is just being a mirror to who I am right now. So I'll leave you guys with that. If you want to join the membership, click the link in the description below. We'll schedule a call, and yeah, we'll go from there. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care now. Bye bye then, and remember who you are.